Hello, everyone. It is I, no name BT, here with a very peculiar video. Today, I'm gonna be telling you my experience of this weekend's Rush Duel Locals, but on Roblox. Whoa! Yeah, this weekend I actually participated in a Roblox Rush Duel tournament on DDX or Dimension Duel X. Yeah. And most of you might be thinking, BT, why are you participating in locals when you don't participate in the larger ones? Well, the answer to that is I cannot torment people that way. Or specifically, I want to show people the true horror that is Rush Duel meta. So, of course, that is why I chose to do it. And just want to make a note that no one really asked me to do this. I actually thought of this myself. I am not really affiliated with anyone on this, but I'm making the video anyways, so I hope y'all will enjoy. As of the current time, January 1st, 2024 ban list just dropped, so there wasn't really much for me to choose in terms of decks, as most of the decks have not really begun to exist yet. So out of everything, I chose to go with the trusty Secret Investigator. Thankfully, the deck can play through Barrier Statue if needed, and yeah, in this format, Barrier Statue exists. Secret Investigator has been very prominent in the last format and has remained unchanged, and rather getting a huge boost from the banning of Barrier Statue. So I decided that would be the best deck for me to play. Once the tournament started, I seemed to have been the one person out of the 21 people participating in this locals who ended up getting the bye round 1. I was very saddened by this fact, as I thought that means I had no chance of actually topping this event. As if most of you know how typewritten rules work with buys, then you will understand. Until I learned something. It apparently changed from a 4-round to a 5-round Swiss. That's very nice that it gave me a chance to top, but at the same time, I was in a great rush to finish all my duels as fast as possible so I can get to that night's Go Rush episode. Little did I realize how bored I would be without a person to duel that entire time. Spent a bit of the time going around, checking out the shops, see if there were any fun card sleeves for purchase. Though it took quite a bit of time. Later I found a Fluffle mat, which was very much tempting, for obvious reasons, but how could one possibly ignore the precious noodle? Very simple choice for an intelligent creature. Along with that, I also bought myself a new frog sleeve, because not really many of the other sleeves realistically interest me. Now then, let's see how the mat looks. Oh. Well, I guess playmats don't show up in rush mode. Well, surely with the amount of time I wasted, a good sum of people should probably finish up their duels. Rush Duel, being as it is a fast-paced back and forth game, so surely a good sum of people are done by now. Anywho, onto the arcade for a quick daily gamble. Yep, there's absolutely no hope of winning that. After frantically running about the city for a few minutes, I did eventually take a break sitting in the coffee shop. I was incredibly bored. Only been 30 minutes? Hey, it's the person on noodles. Neat. Finally, round 2 begins and I can finally play. This being my first time recording a tournament, I of course forgot to record the entirety of the round, which was the first game. I did end up winning the first game by very special needs. Somewhat of a difficult duel, fighting against a primarily defensive deck, trying to get out Melody for an OTK. Very long while since I've seen a Melody-based deck. Somewhat neat strategy, though during the third round I once again consumed my opponent, and I was given a 2-1 victory for that. Neat. Round 3, and I'm actually going to have a full duel for once. My opponent is running a Joint Tech Maximum Fusion strategy, nothing that I haven't realistically dealt with before. I say that, yet I consistently open the perfect hand every game, leading to so many board clears. Purity is such a good card. Not many complaints the second game, as I casually set 3 paths on my end, and then on my opponent's turn 2, they maximum summoned. It was a bit scary, but apparently I had enough gas turn 3 to double Purity, dealing 7,400 damage to their face. Sadly, the deck can't fully OTK, but my opponent ended up surrendering that game on turn 4, which gave me another 2-0, or my first 2-0 for the tournament. Round 4 wasn't that bad either, honestly. Fighting against a Red Eyes player, they were doing pretty well. I was mostly fearful of the Sun Skull fusion, it being able to nuke my board. That was going to be a bit complex to deal with. Thankfully, during when they actually got the card out, they normal summon an additional monster, allowing me to act Cher's sentiments, letting me keep Purity on board and stopping a very obvious OTK. Rest of the round went as expected, looping Purity and gaining the advantage until eventually Duel went out with a Lurker and a Rainic for game. Gotta love spot removal, don't you? Anyways, is another 2-0 victory. Round 5, last round of Swiss, let's go. I was placed at second, facing against the current first place duelist of the tournament, ending turn 1 confidently with Purity and Barrier Statue on board. Little did I know I was facing against a Biscuit, not a regular Biscuit, a Biscuit Miracle Girls. The deck has no need for special summoning as they distribute summon out Miracle Girls. It was a very difficult battle in all honesty. Most of my outs for level 6s destroyed cards, however the girls themselves can't be destroyed by card effects. I had a gamble with my back row, hoping that the ones that could stop him wouldn't get destroyed by MST they may have. Thankfully, Rainic could still affect the smaller girls, and Purity being Purity gave me enough to close game 1 in a victory. Sighting in for game 2, I did put in Aquil. Aquil wasn't realistically going to work, as I said, it doesn't destroy, but I just needed the additional attack to get rid of the smaller girls out of the way. Possibly the most back and forth I had all day, I was fearful of any type of removal. My opponent brings out all 3 copies of Miracle Girls, ready to deal with lethal damage. Luckily for me, I had Magic Cylinder and Secret File ready, clearing out one, stopping another, and then the last one only dealt 100 damage to me by attacking my monster. Afterwards, drawn into an absolute gas-filled hand, I was able to claim 2-0 victory. Ended up getting first place, even though I had a bye at the beginning. I remained undefeated, allowing me to sneak all the way up to the top. As a reward, I obtained a new playmat, which looks pretty good, along with a rarity bump rainbow foil. Ooh. Which of course I used on Legend Strike. Sadly, can't use the mat in rush mode, and the spell is a little bit weird, but I do appreciate the glare on it. But I love them both nonetheless. And as a little bonus, once it was all done, my first opponent Nez asked for a rematch. Since I consumed their soul for victory twice in round 2, yeah, I agreed. It went fairly well for a best of 1, though I didn't really see much of what I needed. I lost the game, yet still enjoying myself. It was a really good melody deck. Well everyone, that's the end of my little summary over my experience in the Roblox Rush Duel tournament. Yay! It was fairly fun, yeah, I enjoyed myself. It wasn't too odd. I did see a bit of a confusion over maximum ruling, which I'm surprised that it had to be explained. But I understand not everyone knows as much ruling as I do. Though, still quite nice. If you guys are interested in playing on the Roblox game, go ahead and click a link down in the description for DDX or Dimension Duel X. If you guys want to continue enjoying stuff like this, go ahead, comment it down below or leave a like. That way I can maybe consider doing a few more of my own summaries for tournaments. Anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoy. I'll see y'all next time.